I'm starting to get a feel about what this whole Halloween thing is all about. It's quite
to you?
scary.
Do you
Actually,
like it?
I love it.
It's great, eh?
It's amazing. Well, it's quite scary. Another really scary thing that you can do in Kingston around this time of year, and it's very, very scary,
Really?
is the Haunted Walk of Kingston. Now, they also do tours throughout the summer.
And you went on that?
I went on it in the summer, and it was very scary, even though it was still sort of
And not Halloween season at all?
Not Halloween season at all.
All right.
Kingston's a very, very historic city, so alongside that it's going to have a lot of sort of haunted, spooky, sort of apparition type things. So we sent along a reporter to go on the Haunted Walk of Kingston to see what it was all about, and I think it was pretty scary. Check it out.
Hi, it's Angela Kalure of QTV, and right now it's cold, dark, and a little creepy, which makes it the perfect time of year to have a haunted walk provided by the Haunted Walk of Kingston, located right here at 200 Ontario Street, right beside City Hall. Okay, I'm here with Rowena, and just to start off, can you tell me a little bit about the brief history of the Haunted Walk?
Sure. It was started by Glenn Shackleton back when he was still a university student at Queen's University. He was 1995, and originally it was just him and a couple of other people that he knew running tours. Ever since it has expanded, the following year he started up tours in Ottawa as well, and now we have flourishing tour companies in both Ottawa and Kingston.
And right now we're at Chez Piggy, which is actually one of the most haunted sites at Kingston. And how do you go about choosing the sites and the stories for your tour?
Well, when Glenn started out, he would essentially hear about places that were reputed to be haunted. So it was sort of word of mouth, and then he would from there just start looking into the history of some of the places, looking in the university archives and the city archives, trying to find some information that would give some history to those places. And from there, any ones that we could find more on, get more witness accounts to, those are the ones that we decide to include on the tour.
And with Halloween season around the corner, do you have any special stories, special editions that you have as opposed to your normal nightly tours?
The original Haunted Walk Halloween version actually includes 5 stories from across Canada, along with the stories about Kingston. One of them is actually a fake story that we've included in there, so at the end everybody gets a chance to see if they can guess which one of those stories from across Canada was the fake one, and potentially win a prize at the end.
What do you guys do to make it especially scary during the tour?
Well, besides the cloak and lantern, which have come in over the years, they weren't originally a part of the tour. I think the main thing that we have that makes the tour so scary is the fact that there isn't anybody jumping out at you along the way. So it's all about the storytelling, and the fact that we're able to scare people just with our own voices, I think, is definitely a pretty good effect.
And how do you handpick your storytellers, just so you know that they're really scary and super influential when they tell their stories?
There's a pretty intensive interview process. We do phone interviews and then in-person interviews, and then there's kind of an audition. So we'll give the people who make it through the interview a story, and they have to learn it and then present it before us, before we'll take them in. So we're very selective. This alleyway we're standing in is the focal point for literally dozens of ghost stories. Strange things have been reported in the shops, the apartments, and the restaurants throughout this entire area, which extends all the way from Brock Street over to Princess Street. All of these stories seem to involve the ghost of a woman by the name of Teresa Ignace Beam. There's a shop in this area that was once a photographer's shop, and shortly after that, the office of the NDP political party. Both of these companies reported having very strange encounters in that building, with raps and taps on the walls and footsteps walking across the floors. They both ended up using a Ouija board and found out some information, discovering the ghost in their building was named Teresa Ignace Beam, and she had been murdered in 1868 by a man named John Napier. She said that she was buried in the basement of their building. While Teresa's body has never been found, there continue to be reports in this very alleyway of strange sightings of Teresa. Those who have seen her report she is shorter than average, with long dark hair, and wears dark traditional-looking clothing. Some even see that she wears a cross around her neck. Should you go walking through this alleyway, you might be the next to have Teresa walk up to you, asking if she might help you to find her bones.
So that's it for us today. If you're looking for something a little more than the traditional trick-or-treat, come down to the Haunted Walk of Kingston. I'm Angelique Kalure, signing off.